Hey, Facebook. Hello. So I've really been thinking about struggle lately. I feel like I've had my share of struggles this year, and nothing not that life-shattering. I broke my tailbone sledding, and then as soon as my tailbone healed, I tore 2 ligaments in my ankle going down the stairs. It wasn't even anything crazy. It wasn't even anything like I wasn't being careful. But sometimes struggle can cause us to get stuck. And I'm going to call it the struggle bus. I think sometimes we get stuck on the struggle bus. You hop on that bus, or you end up on that bus because life throws you some craziness. It doesn't go as planned. Sad, hard things happen, and you get on the struggle bus, okay? So we have some choices when we're on the struggle bus. And let me tell you, I've been riding the struggle bus this year off and on, and I think sometimes we choose to stay on the struggle bus. And I was really going through, why do we do this? I think sometimes it's easy to stay on the bus. Sometimes it feels good to just stay in our struggle and to not move forward and to just wallow in that, self-pity, frustration. I think it can be easy to do that. So what should you do when you find yourself on the struggle bus? I think that when you find yourself on the struggle bus, you need to realize that first of all, there's other people around you on that bus too. You are not alone. Okay? And the other thing is, there are bus stops all along the way where you can get off. And sometimes we're on that bus a little longer, not by choice, but I think sometimes we could get off at a stop a lot sooner and use our struggle as an opportunity to help other people, to face adversity head on, and just realize that God has an amazing plan for us. I love how people have talked about, as I've been going through all this crazy stuff with my ankle, and it's a struggle. It's not the end of the world, but it's a struggle. And I found myself getting down. You need to turn your mess into a message. You need to turn your adversity into a purpose that you can therefore go ahead and help other people. You are not alone in this world. And you hop on that struggle bus and it's easy to want to stay there. It's easy to ride the struggle bus, wallow in your, upset, disappointment, and not move forward. And, some of us, it's easier to get off the bus. I mean, honestly, I'm an optimistic person. Sometimes it's just easier for me to get off the bus. That's the way God made me. Thank you, Ashley. My hair's looking good today, right? Sometimes it's easier for some people to get off the bus than other people. Some people tend to be more pessimistic. Hopefully my son doesn't mind me sharing this, but my son tends to like to stay on the struggle bus. It's part of his DNA. He is not an optimist. He views life as half empty, and I've really been actually struggling with how to connect with him. But some friends and mentors gave me some ideas, and it really actually helped me as well. What can you do when you're the type of person it's hard to get off that bus? I think one thing is thankfulness. You have to look really hard for things to be thankful for on that journey. If you are sitting on that bus and you just can't get off yet, you got to look out that window and you got to find things to be thankful for. Get a journal, write things down, purpose, and make yourself. Maybe you have to force yourself every day, like literally force yourself to write down 5 things you are thankful for, or that you can find to be thankful for. Another thing that I really, and this is something I found throughout my whole life. I mean, I'm going to be 35 this year. I'm not that old, but I am getting older. I still feel like I'm 20, so we'll just, move on from there. The Psalms. I find that the Psalms are an amazing place to find hope and emotion and struggle. Like when you're struggling, just read through the Psalms. Just read through them because there's so much raw emotion. A lot of times you can relate to it, but what I love about the Psalms is that there's raw, real emotion and hard times. I mean, most of the times David, he was going through struggles, okay? Struggles. But he was able to turn those struggles into the positive, and he was able to look at God and say, in this, I can praise you. In this, I can find the good. So when you are riding that struggle bus and you are down and discouraged, because we're all going to be there, my friends, life is hard. And this is something my kids are starting to realize. And as a mom, like, whew, I'm trying not to cry. As a mom, it's hard when you watch your kids learn that struggle is a part of life. It's hard. You know, we're kind of seasoned in struggle, but when you watch your kids learn to struggle, it's hard. It's hard. But if we can teach them young to find the good and to find the things they can be thankful for, and to learn now to look past the adversity and just get off that bus with everything that you have, God can help you get off that bus. And you need to take those steps, and you need to walk and realize that God is going to walk with you off that bus and help you find a purpose in your struggle. So use that struggle, my friends. I know there are hard things that some of you are facing and hard things going on in your life, but you can't stay on the bus. You got to get off, you got to find a purpose, and you have to go help people. So this is just something that's really been on my heart, and I had to share it. So my friends, if you're on that bus right now, you have friends riding with you. Get off that bus, and you know, we can do this together. So I love you all. Mwah! Woo! Struggle, it's part of life, but we can overcome. We have an adversary who is on our side.